everybody, Jillian here for Illustrated Faith's Print and Pray Shop to bring you a brand new Bible journaling process video. Today I'm going to be doing the gratitude documented prompt for today, which is faith. So I am going to be using the scripted prompts here from the Print and Pray Shop. And then because it's the end of the month, I have a bunch of half sheets, partial sheets, and just a bunch of different stuff cut up. So I thought it would be really fun to use kind of some of the scraps that I have to create an entry in our prompt verse today, which is in Romans. So I've got a bunch of different things here from Shauna Noel, Mandy Ford, Elaine's washi strips. This is from Shauna Noel set Thank You Jesus, from Tamara Arcelius set Happy Dance, and then again the scripted words. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I want to put on the page. I've already thought a bit about the prompt faith that I'm going to document today, so I'll go ahead and speed you guys up and we'll get started. So today's verse is Romans 1:16-17, and it says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile. For in the gospel the righteousness of God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from first to last, just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith." So I thought it would be really fun to use this banner that's in Tamara's set to kind of start off my title. So I want the title to be Grateful for Faith. And I really like in the Illustrated Faith pop-up group, the Gratitude Documented pop-up group that's over on Facebook, how a lot of the ladies are using print and pray pieces that have been printed on both the clear sticker paper and then white cardstock or paper or whatever they printed on. I really like that look, so I wanted to try and incorporate that today. I had some things printed on both, and I'm going to have fun playing around with that. I pulled my highlighter washi tape to the side that's brand new from Illustrated Faith, and I wanted to use that today to go ahead and highlight my verse. And then I thought it would be fun to put some paint on the page. I thought I would use a couple different neo colors. The purplish pink that I'm using here is called purple, and then the orange one is called saffron. And I've recently discovered my favorite way to use these at the moment is to dip a paintbrush in water and then pull the color from the tip of the crayon. And then I'm just simply swiping it on the page, so nothing super fancy. It's really translucent, so you can still see the text if you go over it, maybe with one or two passes. And I just wanted to get some color down on the page here in 3 places. I wanted it mostly to be like this purplish pink color, and then I'm going to go in with a bit of the orange because, as you can see, all of the things that I cut out from the printables are off to the left, and they're all pretty much this like mint aqua color. So I wanted to have some purple, pinkish purple, and orange on the page too. My favorite thing about using this clear sticker paper is that you don't have to fussy cut it. So I did think about cutting the banner pieces, but that was going to be so time consuming and I didn't want to do that. Because it's such a large piece, it adhered to my page really quickly and it kind of crinkled it or creased it in a couple places. Same thing when I put down the word faith. So you'll see me fidget with that a bunch, but there's no way to fix it. This stuff does not come up easily, so I'm just going to leave it and then figure out how to maybe deal with it later. I love this scallop border in Mandy's set and wanted to be sure to use it, so instead of putting it on the bottom of the page like I normally would, I thought it would be fun to have it off to the side of the page and then just tape that down with the Illustrated Faith tape runner. And then I wanted to use the reference that's included in Shauna's set, Thank You Jesus. It actually has today's verse on it in like this paintbrush stroke. I thought that was really cool. So I opted, instead of going with the sticker paper option, to use the white cardstock and put that over some of the paint at the bottom of the page, and I really like the way that that looks. Then I'm going to go in with the highlighter washi from Illustrated Faith and then just use this to highlight my verse. I definitely am going to use Shauna Noel's trick of getting it down with a paint card. That would have been super helpful. So I'm actually going to skip ahead here. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the speech bubble that says love this and put it over the verse. I absolutely love the verse where Paul says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel." That is on clear sticker paper, so it's super easy to read the text underneath it. And then I decided to use this other speech bubble that's printed on white cardstock. It says thankful heart, and kind of put that over the space at the top that I wasn't loving so much. Then I thought it would be really fun to use a white Faber-Castell brush pen and put some white marks on the painted portion of the page. I've seen a ton of girls do this and I love, love, love the way it looks, but I've never tried it, so I decided to go ahead and do that here. So that dries pretty quickly, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into my journaling. And so for this prompt, we had actually in my ladies' Bible study talked about the shield of faith in the study that we're going through. And so that's kind of the filter that I was running my gratitude through. And so I'll just read to you what I wrote. It says, "Thank you for faith, Lord. Please help me to adapt my behavior, my decisions, and my whole lifestyle so that it aligns with what you have asked me to do. I am not ashamed of the gospel. Please help me to act in faith even when I cannot see what the final outcome will be." So typically for my gratitude documented entries, I've been expressing my gratitude and then following it up with a little prayer. So sticking to that formula, I guess you could call it, for today's entry too. And I love the emphasis too that we studied about where faith is kind of aligning your actions with what God has asked you to do, especially when you can't see what the outcome will be. So I date stamped the bottom of the entry. And then I'm going to go in with this patterned paper that Shauna Noel has in her set, Thank You, Jesus. I love using it as a finishing touch, cutting out super teeny tiny pieces and putting it around the page just to fill in some space. So again, in 3 places, put them down. And that's going to do it. Here's a finished look at my entry along with a couple of close-ups. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the printables I used today, be sure to visit the Print and Pray shop via the links in the video description below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.